Good morning, everybody. Jeremy, the average running guy here. It is day 9 of the 21-day upload challenge. It's currently 10 till 6, and I'm at my local running store for my 7.5 mile long run. It's 28 degrees outside with a wind chill of 25. So this is going to be a very slow run. It's going to be a very slow 7.5 miles just because it's so dang cold. And my running coach wants me to run the entire 7.5. Doesn't matter the pace, run entire 7.5. So I'm probably honestly going to be hanging out around an 11.5 minute mile. Maybe even slower than that. I don't know. We'll see what my body wants to do. So yeah, let's go meet everybody. We take a picture every morning, every Saturday morning, like a group picture of who else here. We post it on Facebook. But yeah, I'll check back in with you after we start running. All right, I'm at 1 mile and it's cold. I had to ditch my hat just because it was getting too hot on the top of my head. It's cold and I'm by myself. Everybody else that was running this morning was going to be doing like 20 miles. And then I'm here with my lowly like 7.5. But it doesn't matter. I'm getting out here, I'm doing the work. So, all right, I'm gonna put my camera down so I can keep on running because I technically shouldn't be walking right now. Sorry, coach. Okay, I'm 5K in, 38.5 minutes. I'm freezing, but I'm slowly starting to warm up. Hey there, future Jeremy here. So that clip ended quickly because the GoPro battery died. I'll explain it in the next clip after this, but all I was basically saying was it is cold. It is cold, and I was having a really hard time warming up. Let's get back to the video. All right, I'm 4.6 in. I just had to shed my jacket because I was really starting to sweat. So it's on my pack here. I've got to strap it down a little bit better, but I was supposed to run this straight, but I've had to stop a few times just because I don't know, my shoes aren't, I'm still figuring out the lacing on my shoes and whatnot, and I haven't filmed a whole lot because the GoPro battery was pretty much frozen. So it went from 100% to 0% because it's so cold. So, all right, I'm gonna get my gloves out because now my hands are cold. So the theme for this video I came up with, maybe not theme, but mile 2, I decided that I was going to talk about, you know, partially the why I do this, excuse me, and everything this morning, everything my body was telling me was, don't go running. Sorry, I'm trying to stay focused on pace and whatnot right now. And there's a bunch of ducks. But my body was telling me, don't go run. Just snooze your alarm and just stay in bed. When my alarm went off at 5:15, and then as I was getting dressed, I was like, well, I guess my legs kind of hurt. I guess this, I guess that, but it was all just excuses not to get out here and do the mileage and do the training to better myself. So I've kind of kept that going through my head of, if you're making yourself better, you are, or sorry, I'm making myself better, and I'm doing it for the good of me and my health, my mental health, because these long runs, well, runs in general is when I do most of my thinking. So yes, I've gotten a lot thought about right now, a lot going on in my head. Street crossing, and I'm excited I have the ability to do these Saturday morning long runs for me, for my physical and mental health, because it's getting me better in the long run. So in the long scheme of things, I guess you could say. All right, I'm gonna get back to it because I'm almost at 5 miles, if I haven't already passed it. I've got 1 mile left. I think I'm at like an hour and 15 minutes, but I'm gonna put this away. Sorry I didn't film too much on this run, and I'll pick this up at work later, or maybe at the house, I don't know, to recap how this run went, my total time, my paces per miles. Yeah, I'll see you later. All right, let's do a recap of this run. I'm now at work. I have my laptop right here in front of me so I can look at some stats and numbers and everything, but I did 7.71 miles in 1 hour, 28 minutes and 59 seconds with an average pace of 11 minutes and 32 seconds. The goal for this run, set by my coach, was to run 7.5 miles straight. It did not matter how long it took. She did not care about the pace. But I had some shoe issues, like I mentioned earlier. I'm still figuring out the lacing for these Rincon 2s, and my right foot was starting to hurt, and then I loosened the laces, and I loosened the laces too much, so then I had to retighten them, and then I had a bathroom breaker on mile 5. So I did stop my watch about 4 times, but this 11:32 is probably an accurate pace. So let's go through what my pace was per mile. Now that I've figured out how to use the Garmin Connect website, because I literally don't look at the website at all, I always use the app. Let's go through my miles and see what they were. So my first mile was a 12:52, and then my next mile 2 was an 11:56, mile 3 was 11:37, mile 4 was an 11:40, mile 5 was 12:01, that's where I had the bathroom break. Mile 6 was 11:24, and then mile 7 was 10:17. Overall, I felt really, really good on this run. My average heart rate, looking at the data, never got out of the 160s. Sorry, I have to turn that down. My average heart rate was generally around mid 150s to 160s for that mileage. It was a relatively flat route that I ran, I should say, but it was cold. That was the thing that was killing me this morning, was cold. So earlier I mentioned that I woke up this morning and everything within me told me not to go running, because I looked at the weather app on my phone and saw that it was like 31 degrees. And when I got to the running store, it was 28 degrees. And I looked at my weather app again, and it said 28 feels like 25. So I really did not want to go. I was nervous, and I just didn't think, I should not be here. I should be at home in bed where it's nice and warm and not freezing. But I got out there and I did the work, and it's gonna better me, and it's gonna better my health physically and mentally.
And like I said earlier, on these long runs is when I do most of my like critical thinking, when I do like planning and whatever else goes along with that. That's what I do on these runs, because I'm generally by myself. I start with a group, and then I generally am the slowest, one of the slower ones there, and I am 98% of the time by myself, which is totally fine by me. It's the community at the running store and then hanging out afterwards. That's why I go to the running store on Saturday mornings. But running by myself and running these times, like and running these miles, sorry, it's if I could take running with a group or running by myself, I would probably take running by myself, just because it's me time. I can think out loud, you know, I can just be silent, listen to music. I can do whatever I want in this case 7.71 miles. But when I started running, it was 28 degrees. When I was done running, it was 33 degrees. So it barely nudged up the temperature. And when I got back to the running store, there was a hot pot of coffee, and I was so excited to see a cup of coffee. Just stood in there, talked running shoes with the owner, and it was just a great time. So I got out there, I did the work, I put in the hours, I put in the miles, and it's gonna make me better. Did I want to do it? No. I wanted to stay in bed, but I wanted to get out there and do I had to get out there and do the work. I needed to get out there and do the work. Did I want to? No, but I needed to, because that's going to prepare me for March and April. Yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope everybody had a great week this week. It is day 9. Sorry for yesterday's little short video. It just was not, it wasn't that it was a bad day, it was just mentally and physically draining of a day. We were gone a lot. The kids were acting up, and so it was just mentally and physically draining. Nothing technically went wrong, but it was just a hard day. So like I said, everything I had planned to film, I was not able to get to, but I at least put something up. I kept with the I kept the streak going, I guess I could say. But yes, today is day 9, tomorrow is day 10. I think I have something good planned for tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll see if it works out. But I will see you guys tomorrow.